Welcome to Wisdom Exchange TV. My name is Suzanne F Stevens, Chief Edge Optimizer for the Ignite Excellence Group of Initiatives. One of our initiatives is the Ignite Excellence Foundation, which invests, develops, and inspires future women leaders in emerging countries. With that goal in mind, we produce Wisdom Exchange TV, which is a resource to aid African women to learn, lead, and succeed in life, business, and community. Today we are in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. We'll have an exchange with a leading lady in philanthropy and business. What was the catalyst to focus on youth?
We have this thing, certificates mean everything. That means the door's open and I'm in, I am a blah, 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 we call it holder, this holder, that holder, And when you tell them, well, that is not enough. It's great you got a certificate, so does the rest of the world. What edge do you have over everyone else?
What do you think some of the biggest challenges youth have?
First of all, honestly, confidence. We are a timid nation. We really respect hierarchy. And so somewhere along that road, I am here, I'm a young person. Being a woman puts you even lower than your brothers and sisters and peers. And then there is the, I'm incapable, somebody owes it. Socialism does that to you. The state. So somebody somehow, somewhere, is meant to improve my lot, and if they don't, I'm doomed. You should listen to media. Oh, if the government, and we need the government to, and somebody, what about you? And I am of the opinion, if something has to be done, I am somebody. But now, we see what the rest of the world has to offer, and we're excited. Media does that, especially youth and social media. So we see what we can get, but we don't want to put in the time to get the results. We want to quickly be like everybody else. If I were to be practical, I would say, first of all, let children's voices be heard. Let them ask and answer. Let them question. Critical thinking, problem solving, we don't really have that. We memorize and we regurgitate things. But also exposure is very important, especially exposure to work and a high work ethic. No one is going to change the rules of engagement because you're Tanzanian anyway. But also, we have to see that it is a struggle, it is a pull and push, and sometimes things don't go well, but you still keep at it. But when we come out very plastic, and we've got these smiles, and we say, yes, I've made it, and you've got to look at me. Young people can't relate to it, and so they just want to have that without appreciating the journey that it took to get there. And so be in it for the long haul. And I cannot overemphasize professionalism and ethics. It pays off. It is the greatest investment you could make on anything that you want to do.
First of all, what would be some of the challenges that you encountered, and then how did you overcome them in creating so many initiatives?
At first, it was getting people to believe that I was onto something good. Each time I spoke to someone about what I want to do, and it was in human resource capacity building to transform Tanzania. I say this all the time. I'd end up getting job offers. So imagine I'm sitting here, I've got a business, I'm coming to speak to you about my business, and you offer me a job. And so initially it was to be taken seriously. And being a woman, being pretty, sometimes you find that people will take things the wrong way, or they're, maybe they think that you might be desperate, and so we'll try to pull stunts. Making sure that they understand that this isn't that type of woman. And yes, I'd like to get an opportunity to work with you, but I'm not desperate. And at the end of the day, you get more from me working with you here than working anything else.
What is success to you?
Success, to me, is influence. Sitting in circles, whether it is think tank groups in this country or outside, and people are saying, you've ignited something in us, and I'm going to transform my world because of something that you spurred on in me. That to me is success. Because just as I've realized with business, I realize with transforming this nation and transforming this world, you cannot do it on your own. So the more people catch onto the vision, and the more people feel empowered, the more successful you are. That is power, that is success. That you've been able to ignite in somebody else the vision, the will, I call it the power confidence to be able to influence their world for the better.
What words of wisdom would you like to leave to African women?
Africa cannot develop without African women. Cannot. People receive a message a whole lot more from women than they do from men, because we initially also shaped morals and ethics in society. And so there's no way around it.
My name is Suzanne F Stevens, and another inspiring interview. And watch this woman. She is definitely going places. I'm just going to give you my words of wisdom before I wrap up. Youth will change tomorrow, but they'll walk in the path of leaders. So it's very important when you look behind as a leader, are you creating the path that you want replicated to make sure we're creating the leaders of tomorrow? Again, my name is Suzanne F Stevens, and I co-produce Wisdom Exchange TV along with my husband, Michael K. Ginrick. We are traveling throughout Africa interviewing women leaders just like the woman we interviewed today. So if you have a woman that you think we should interview that's a trailblazer, a pioneer, or leader of many in your country, please email us at info@wisdomexchangetv.com. Again, join our fan page at Suzanne F Stevens. Keep abreast of what's happening. We'll talk about women's issues, we talk about learning, we talk about women that we've interviewed, as we'll do that right after today. And also, go to our front page of our site where you'll see blogs and words of wisdom constantly being updated. Thank you for joining us in our first interview in Tanzania, where we'll have many more.